All right, you've heard me put some things up about the left, and one thing I can't stand is their views on conservatism. And here, this is good. Talking about the far right, who are they? Patrick Osborne. I told you, look up some history, especially about who really are the Nazis, like you've called us and me. You know that we're Nazis and all the rest. Well, listen to this guy. I believe, this is in England. So let me see. I'm going to turn this up. Here we go.
Should be ashamed of themselves. The term far right has quite a clear and defined meaning in language, and the meaning is Nazis and people who believes that Jews should be murdered, and people who believes that Gypsies should be murdered, and people who believe that disabled people should be murdered. That is who the far right is.
And this is for all you. You know that's exactly who Hitler executed, put in concentration camps. Do you guys even know that is your history? The Gypsies? He didn't like anybody that wasn't Aryan white. That's what he says. We wanted to build the master race. And this bullshit talking about Trump is trying to just protect nothing but the white people of America. Bullshit. Excuse my language. But I'm sick of hearing it. Because you guys don't even know what Nazism is. You never lived in it. And the worst part of it, you've never studied it. And what do you think the left's about? Listen up.
56% of this country was concerned about immigration in 2015 before Brexit, as I said. Are you telling me that 50% or more of this country is far right by the definition I just gave? The irresponsibility of people on the left who have thrown that term around, starting with people like David Lammy, starting with people like David Lammy, who said that the ERG were worse than the far right. It's disgusting. These people have destroyed the meaning of the word, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. What is the far right? What is the conservatives? And what is the leftists? And they're banding up with the Muslims. They're banding up with LGBTQ and all the rest of the goofy little alphabet. I have a story to tell you. I just ran into this clown up at Kroger's, and he got all offended. I went in there to grab a bite to eat, right? It was not the deli, but the counter that serves lunch meats and cold cuts and all the rest of it. And anyway, I walk in and I see this guy right away. He's got a little skirt on. He's sitting there doing some paperwork, or he's working on his nails or whatever, but I could see the shadow on his face. So I walk in. This is all I did. I says, "Hey, are you guys open?" And you know what he did right away? His head pops up. I'm she and her. I says, "Yeah, okay, right." I says, "Are you guys open?" And he starts saying, "Oh," and all of a sudden I see this gal and she's taking stuff out of the countertop. I says, "Are you guys open?" She goes, "No, we closed early today because, I still had about 15 minutes, but they closed early. They weren't getting a lot of business, so they decided to close and get the heck out of town." But this guy, and I said, "Just sit your butt," because he stood up. I said, "You come out here and you're going to find out, dude." And man, he about lit up. He was ticked. That's what I'm saying. They're unstable. They're completely unstable. So Juanitos ran, a.k.a. maybe you should call me Young. Yeah, I don't care. Juanito out, a.k.a. John says, and God be the glory. We are living in a day and age that we're all getting near the end. Out. God love you. I love you guys.